Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 4th annual Groundhog event. My name is Susan McKenna. I'm the Quad Library Director of Operations. We've got Christy Verdi, who is our Public Relations Coordinator, and our guest of honor, Quigley, from the Star Foundation, with the handler, Rose. I want to thank everybody for coming. Due to the weather, we've had to make some adjustments, and our Grand Master of Ceremonies, Chris Osborne from the Quad Fire Department, could not attend, hopefully next year. Next year, in fact, was going to be our 5th year anniversary, and we're hoping to do it at our new state-of-the-art library, which we're just so excited about having it open. It should be opening soon. Check our website, thequadlibrary.org, for updates on that. Just want to go into some of the history of Groundhog Day. It started February 2nd of 1886 in Punxsutawney, which I'm not sure I pronounced that right, but I hope it did, Pennsylvania, marking the first traditional Groundhog Day. It appeared in a local newspaper by editor Clymer Fries, who came up with the Punxsutawney Groundhog Club. Today's tradition is it's a day to take everything a little less serious and a break from our long hibernating winter, especially due to COVID. Besides the United States, it is also celebrated in Canada. So just some tidbits of information about Groundhog Day. And again, thank you for joining us all. And with our guest, Quigley, the groundhog, he is from the Star Foundation. The Star Foundation is the Save the Animals Rescue. It's located in the Middle Island. And I'm going to hand this over now to Rose, and she's going to introduce us. Hi, Rose.
Hi, guys. So this is Quigley. So I'm going to take them out so everybody can see a little better. So here he is. This is Quigley. So he told me that he didn't see his shadow, so he doesn't think that there's going to be any more winter. It's going to be an early spring.
Yay! Yay! As you can tell, I've added this. Just an explanation of what that means. What does Groundhog Day really mean? It derives the Pennsylvania Dutch superstition that if a groundhog emerging from its burrow on this day sees its shadow, it will retreat to its den and winter will persist for 6 more weeks. Well, we have good news that he did not see his shadow. Oh, that he did see his shadow, I'm sorry, and spring is going to arrive early. So Rose, that is fantastic news.
Right? So a little bit about Quigley is he's 2 years old. He's been at the Star Foundation since he was young. He suffered a brain injury. So unfortunately, he wasn't able to be released back into the wild. So he stays at Star to be an educational animal and let people know about wildlife and not be afraid of them. So a little bit about Star is that they were founded in 1993. And due to the increase of needed wildlife programs, because there weren't a lot at the time, Star started. Their goal is to provide a haven for every injured or orphan animal in need of medical care, rehabilitation, and to return as many to the wild as possible. Also, so with wildlife, they rehab them and then they, prep them so they can go back out into the wild and be back, where they should be. It's a 501(c)(3), so everything here is nonprofit and they rely on donations. So they're really just all about helping animals and also educating everyone about them, not to be afraid that they're more afraid of you than you are of them. But, all animals, are very sweet. If you ever have questions, you can always call the Star Foundation. And then a little bit about groundhogs is that they are only found in the U.S. and Canada. The nests that they have are very big. They can be about 6 foot deep and about 20 feet wide. The homes have multiple entrances, so there's just not one opening. And normally, groundhogs are solitary creatures. They spend their summers and falls, stuffing themselves, eating a lot, getting ready to hibernate. They can eat about a pound of food in a sitting. They're herbivores, which means they eat vegetation. So their diet mostly includes fruit, plants, tree barks, and grasses. They're one of the very few animals that are a true hibernator, which means that their body goes into a cycle, so that way they can withstand the winter temperatures. So their breaths, they go from 80 beats to about 5 beats per minute. Their respiration reduces from 16 breaths per minute to as few as 2 breaths per minute. And their body temperature drops. So normally their body temp is about 99 degrees, and they'll go as low as 37 degrees. They can live in the wild for around 6 years, and they can live in captivity up to 14. So we're hoping, that's what it'll be for Quigley.
Rose, I see him eating something. What is he eating?
He's eating a sweet potato. That's one of his favorite snacks. So he really enjoys sweet potatoes, carrots, apples, and a lot of greens. So you can also see some of the greens in the cage. So he's a very big time muncher on, veggies.
Now, what sort of habitat do you have for him at the Star Foundation?
So right now the cage that he's in is just, a holding cage, so that way he could be here for the live streaming. But normally he has it's a very large cage, and he has newspaper, towels, and a bed, because they do like to hibernate, so they do need something dark that they can crawl into and hide. But he's since he's not wild, he's more handleable and domesticated. That his cage is a little bit different than what it would be outside.
I see. Interesting. And what other animals do you have at your facility right now?
So we have a lot of different animals. We have deer. We have eastern screech owls. We have possums. Then we also have crows, red-tailed hawks, and suet owls. We also have squirrels, parrots, because we also not only do wildlife, but we do take in needy animals that are exotic or hard to place, like large parrots, sugar gliders, hedgehogs, ferrets. So we do that as well, and we adopt them out once we find a secure home for them. So we do have a little bit of everything here.
Wow, that's great. That's great. I want to put it out to anybody who wants to ask Rose some questions. Feel free. I think you're muted now, but we're going to unmute you. All right. Well,
okay.
I don't think we have any questions. Let me just ask you one other thing. Well, you mentioned you have a lot of other animals there, so that's fantastic. You do a great job, and it was a pleasure seeing Quigley again. Quigley is predicting an early spring, so we're very, very excited about that. I brought my flowers to prove it. Yeah, and I know it's been a long winter so far, especially with COVID going on. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming. Check again our website, quaglibrary.org, for any updates on our programming, or if you want to get on our weekly e-blasts. But that's it for us, and happy Groundhog Day. Spring is coming, and Quigley's posing for us. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Rose.
Bye.
Thanks for joining. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. Thank you.